What's going on, guys? Back with another video on the MT07, and finally got my plate back on. I'm not sure if I was recording that day, but if y'all even know that my plate fell off, could not find it. I think I mentioned it in one of my CRF 110 videos, but yeah, I finally went and got a new plate because I could not find that one. Man, this thing needs a wash bad. Like, I know it's dirty, guys, but I mean, I take those trails a lot, those dirt roads, so yeah, look at this radiator, it's filthy. And the car wash that I'm close to, they charge like $3 on a manual car wash. It's just ridiculous, so I have to drive all the way out over to the next town over if I want to wash it, so I just never get around to doing it. I don't ever have dollars or quarters and stuff, so, but definitely gonna have to do it soon because this thing's dirty. But yeah, guys, we got a new plate, and as you can see, those wheelies back there were fairly decent. I can kind of, I wouldn't say steer it, like I can't like swerve like, you know, like that, but I can kind of prevent myself from going like off the side of the road like I used to do. And I'm getting way further back. No, I wouldn't say way further, but I'm at balance point, slightly behind it. But even on this bike, when you're behind balance point, you still don't need the rear brake, because this thing, I'm telling you guys, like, if you've never rode one of these, the engine braking is insane. So like, I really don't need the brake that much at the point I'm at. I know if I drop back further I'd need it, but I'm not to the point where I don't know, I'm just not that comfortable dropping back on this yet. But the CRF 110 is getting me more comfortable with dropping back on a motorcycle. Even though it's a small bike, I'm just not used to dropping back with the engine. I only do that on my pedal bike, so I don't know. The CRF 110 is kind of playing a role in helping me get better on this bike, believe it or not. Just the feeling of being at balance point on a motorcycle. So I mean, I know I did it on the Supermoto, but I just wasn't as good as I am on the 110. The 110 I can actually like drop back and use like need rear brake. Like, I'll drop back, let go of the gas a little bit, hit rear brake, and drop it down a little bit. So I don't know, it just is what it is. I'm getting there. Definitely those wheelies, I was at balance point. I'm kind of watching the forks, and if those forks aren't horizontal, then I know I need to go further back. They need to be like, your forks need to be horizontal, you know, like they need to be like that. That's pretty much where balance point is. If your forks are horizontal, you're pretty much there. Maybe a little further back is behind, somewhere around that range. That's what I know. So if these forks are slanted down a little bit while in the air, I know I need to go further back. That was like definitely one of my best I've done. I kept it right at balance point, a little bit behind it. I won't say I'm dropping back really, but I'm right there at balance point, and I kept it straight. And yeah, that's a little hard for me to do. I'm just now getting used to that. So actually kept it where it needs to be. So yeah, that was a really good one. But yeah, guys, I'm super proud of that wheelie. I just gotta sit here and wait for these cars. If there's a car coming that way, I don't like to do it because I don't want to wheelie to somebody coming head on when I'm just like, I mean, I'm good at it. I don't think I'm gonna lose control, but you know, I'm practicing everything, so I don't want the cops calling on me or anything like that, so. Guys, we're up at the trail with the MT07. Usually don't, because I don't like the MT07 on gravel, but I just want to come up here to, I guess, wrap up the video, because I don't know, I just don't want to park anywhere in the sun. It's like 90 degrees, or it's probably like 92 to be honest. It's like low 90 and super hot, so I'd rather just let it chill out up here, because it's a lot cooler up here, because the trees keep it covered like 24/7, so there's like no time of the day where the sun is beaming down on the road or anything like that, so it's fairly cool up here no matter what time of the day you're up here. If you're up here at night, it's actually pretty chilly. But right now it just feels good. Bike's at 210, so it's pretty hot. God, the gravel is so loose. But yeah, the bike's a lot hotter than I thought. I thought it'd start cooling off. I mean, it was back there on the road while I was going, but I had to stop for this lady was going so slow, and then she got behind a mailman, and she would not go around him, and he kept stopping in curves and stuff, so I wasn't about to pass both of them at the same time. But yeah, I just don't like this bike on gravel. I just really don't. But yeah, guys, we did get a few good wheelies back there at that straightaway that I'm always going to. Honestly, it's the only spot that I can really go and practice and know that I'm not gonna run into a cop or anything like that. That's like the only reason. Like, I love the MT07. Like, it's a great bike. It's amazing. It's as fast as I need it to be. I don't need a bike any faster, because I'm not about speed or anything like that. I just like to chill, cruise the roads. If I need to get out of a situation, it's fast enough to get away from a car or some idiot, you know. Like, it's definitely faster than most cars on the road, and it'll pull up a wheelie easy. Sometimes I wish I could be going a little faster and pull it up. I mean, I know third gear will pull up, but you really got to romp on it hard and just hit the clutch perfect and do the technique right. I mean, I can do it, but you got to be going like the right speed, like I said. But I prefer to do second gears. It's just smoother. The clutch up is it comes up easier and it's just better. I like second gear. First gear, hate it. It's just too much. I don't know how anybody is doing first gear, especially they'll even gear this bike down, put a bigger sprocket, and they can still do first gear. That is so touchy. Like, you barely do anything and it's just back and forth, back and forth. Like, you can't, the engine braking's so crazy on this bike that I don't know how anybody's doing first gear stuff. But I guess they got the ECU flash. If they're really stunting and doing circle wheelies and stuff, they probably have the ECU flash and they don't even have really much engine braking at all. Which I'd like to get that. Once I get a full exhaust on this thing, I'd like to go ahead and tune it, get the ECU flash. Well, I mean, you kind of have to. I wouldn't really get the... Nobody recommends just throwing the exhaust on and leaving it like that. I wish you could, but everybody says to get it flashed, so that's just going to be a lot of money. But yeah, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video here. Just a short little video. It's my first ride back on the MT07 since I got my plate. It's been about maybe 2 weeks, to be honest, since I've rode this thing. I mean, I took it out on the back road just a little bit, just a little bit, just to get some wheelies in, because you know me, I always have to ride a little bit. But yeah, just this is just a short little video. We got a few really good wheelies in. I just wish I had more area to wheelie this thing. That's why I got the 110, because you don't need so much room to wheelie a 110. And this thing, you need a fairly decent straightaway, and cops hate it. So like, it's just hard to wheelie it, you know. Like, I'm not trying to get the cops on me. I don't want to get pulled over for doing wheelies, because that's going to be super bad. I ride with a license plate, so I mean, I know sometimes I'm tempted to just go out with no license plate, but at the end of the day, I'm not trying to run from a cop, you know, and get hurt because I'm not the fastest on a bike, you know. It just is what it is. It's just hard to get away with wheelies in a small town. I'm not in a big city, so they're not going to look the other way. I know that. It's not like in a big city where there's a bunch of crime happening. Like, to be honest, doing wheelies in a big city with high crime rate, it's better to wheelie there, because they're not worried about you doing wheelies. They're worried about serious crime, not you riding your bike around doing wheelies. But here, they ain't got nothing to do. They're 100% coming after you. They're gonna get their whole... If you run from them, they're gonna get their whole squad on you. I can guarantee you that. So that's a big reason I know I'm probably not gonna, because I love this bike. But sometimes it runs through my brain to sell it and get like a KLX 300 Supermoto, just so I can wheelie more roads. I don't have to have such a long strip to wheelie. And I'd love to get my Z125 back. I wouldn't sell this for like a mini moto, like a Grom though, but I'd like to have this and also a Grom or something, just so I don't need so much room. That's why I got the 110, but at the end of the day, it's not street legal. I can't take it everywhere. But we'll figure it out, guys. I'll get a Z125, or I'll find a way to haul my 110 to places. I need to do that really soon. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up here. So until the next one, guys, peace.